Iran threatens the UAE as accusations fly about where the US is launching its attacks. Trump declares a naval coalition to open the Strait of Hormuz and fears of a large-scale Israeli ground invasion of Lebanon. Here's what you need to know about the last 24 hours.
به سران کشور امارات اعلام می‌داریم جمهوری اسلامی ایران حق مشروع خود می‌داند.
Let's begin with Iran's attack on the UAE's Fujairah port, setting its oil refinery on fire and shutting down production. Fujairah exports about 2 million barrels of oil a day and is one of the world's most important refueling hubs for cargo ships. This is the second attack on energy sites outside the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran has shut down for over a week. On Wednesday, the Salalah oil refinery in Oman was hit with a drone attack, shutting down its operations. While Iran hasn't claimed the attack on the UAE, it directly threatened to target ports, docks, and what it called American hideouts. It then warned 3 ports in particular to evacuate, describing them as legitimate targets. So why is Iran doing this? Well, it says this is in retaliation to US bombardment of Khark Island on Saturday, Iran's primary export hub for crude oil. This island is crucial for Iran's economy, and there are indications it was still fueling and shipping its oil throughout the war, likely to its main export partner, China. Iran claims the US launched the attack from Dubai and Ras Al Khaimah using US mobile rocket launchers.
This is crystal clear that now they are using the territory of our neighbors to attack us by these kind of rockets. It's very dangerous that they use highly populated areas to launch rockets against us.
This follows earlier threats that economic hubs across the Gulf, including banks and tech offices tied to US and Israeli companies, would be targeted. In particular, tech companies like Google, Microsoft, and Palantir. This was after Israel targeted Iran's state bank SEPA, reportedly damaging its data center. In Iraq, the US has instructed its citizens to leave the country after a second attack on its embassy in Baghdad. 13 US service members have been killed since the war began, alongside 26 civilians. And Iran maintains the ability to cause damage in Israel, stretching air defenses to their limits. At least 10 people have been injured in the strategic port city of Eilat, and there were further barrages in major cities including Tel Aviv and West Jerusalem. US President Donald Trump claims he's assembling a coalition of countries to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. In a post on Truth Social, he said many countries will soon be sending warships, but so far no other country has confirmed it will be taking part in this. France's government denied reports that it was sending its aircraft carriers to the strait, saying it was focused on defense and warned against scaremongering. Meanwhile, US and Israeli airstrikes are reaching deeper into Iran's industrial heartland. Iranian state media says a household appliance factory in Isfahan was struck and 15 workers killed. An IRGC base was also reportedly hit. The UN chief Antonio Guterres is urging the international community to intervene in southern Lebanon as Israel expands its ground and aerial attacks, with reports it's preparing for a large-scale invasion.
Stop the fighting. Stop the bombing. There is no military solution.
Turkey's Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan says Israel is on its way to committing a new genocide, while maintaining his country would not be pulled into the war. More than 800 people have been killed across Lebanon and more than 800,000 displaced. As the region unravels, President Trump turns his focus to US media coverage of the war, accusing the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal of spreading a fake report about 5 US airplanes getting hit in Saudi Arabia, and saying they wanted the US to lose the war. Meanwhile, the US's top media watchdog, FCC Chair Brendan Carr, is threatening to withdraw broadcast licenses from media outlets not operating in the public interest. More signs that 15 days into this escalating war without an exit strategy, the Trump administration is losing control of the narrative. That's all from me today. Stay with us on Al Jazeera for all the updates in the war on Iran.